So Luke, today we are going to work on number families for the first little while.
Yeah.
I know you've had some experience with number families, but we're going to work on when there's like a missing number and all of that. So kind of a review, but also we're going to gain a few parts to it, if that's all right. So before we really get started, when you think of a number family, what do you think of?
Like numbers, like math, and also like line and the number on top and the bottom.
Oh yeah. Do you mean the this thing?
Yeah, fractions.
Yeah. So
And that, and also fractions. So.
And also fractions.
Yeah.
Awesome. So have you ever seen a number family before that has, let's say it has a 2 letters and a number like this? Have you ever seen one like that?
Yes.
When we have a number family that has 2 letters and only 1 number,
Yeah.
is your answer going to be a number?
No.
You're right. How did you know that?
Because there's not a second number, so then you can't solve it out.
Exactly, because really,
if it's like m equals like 10, or so like it's like, oh, we should do 10 minus 10 equals 0. So 10 plus 0 would equal 10.
That's a great point, because if you look here, a lot of things could equal 10. So these could be a lot of things. It could be 5 and 5, 7 and 3, 6 and 4. So you couldn't know. But if m was really a number, now would we know an answer?
Yes.
How?
So if we minus 6, so 10 minus 6 would equal.
Can you post that in the chat?
Would equal 4. So B would be 4.
Ah, you're correct.
So then we would cross out the B and we would write 4 on top.
Nice. I just wanted to review some things from last time. Also, when we have a number family, and let's say this is the answer.
Yeah.
And we have some stuff over here. We have an M and a 6 and a 10.
Yes.
What is the big number in this family?
10.
And how many letters are in this family?
2. There would be 2, so then it would be 10 minus 6.
And we have 2 numbers, right?
Yes.
And we have how many letters?
1.
1 letter, correct. Is the letter a small number or a big number?
Small.
Small. Awesome. Some review. Okay. So that's what we're going to work on a little bit today, is some number families. So we're going to start with part 2, lesson 7 of your workbook. Would you like to get another piece of paper, or do you want to try to fit it?
I can fit it in there.
You want to fit it in there? Okay.
Today I will attempt to fit it in there.
Okay. So will you read for me out loud letter A?
Letter A. 90.
Oh, I'm sorry. Right here, part 2, letter A.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Thank
no big
you.
deal.
K is 41 years older than H.
K is 41 years older than H. Okay. I'm going to draw this first one with you, and you can draw the next one, okay?
Yeah.
We'll do it together. So K is 41 years older than H. What's the first small number in this family?
K.
The first small number.
It would be 41.
You're right, 41. 41 is the first small number in this family.
Yeah.
K is 41 years older than H. What's the big number, K or H?
K.
So if K is 41 years older, hold on one sec, you're getting a little ahead. Do you mind putting your pencil down for a second?
Yeah.
Because we got to think about this. So K is 41 years older than H.
Yes.
So what is the big letter going to be?
K.
K.
And then the small letter would be H.
Great, H. Okay. So how many letters do we have in this family?
How many small letters?
How many letters?
We got 1.
All right, one more time. So we have a
Letters.
number here.
K and H, so we have 2.
And they are which ones?
K and H.
K and H, you're right. K and H. So yes, K is the big number. The other small number is H. And they want us to solve this right now, so let's solve this. Can you solve this with 2 letters like that?
No.
No? What's a subtraction fact that you can do?
41.
So subtraction, do you remember that subtraction always starts with the big number?
Yeah. So like it would be 41 k minus 41,
Ah.
which would equal, I don't know.
It would equal h, right?
Yeah.
But we don't know what h is.
Yeah, we don't know what h
We
is.
don't know what h is. Which
So
is
then we'll just like put it equals x.
yeah, it's the same as x.
Yeah.
H in this is basically like using an x, right? What would you do if you wanted to create a addition fact for this problem?
It would be 41 plus h equals k.
Great. How did you know that?
Because it would go the 2 letters on the line to the letter that's off of it. Because it's like
Can you say it again, just louder?
if you think about the excavator, that goes like,
Mm-hmm.
but it doesn't go up. It goes this way. It's like the numbers are moving this way, hitting other numbers, doing the problem. So it starts the excavator, and 14 is at 41 is at the start. Goes into H makes it in. They're minusing while they're minusing going down it. When they make it to the end, they find it.
Wow, that was a really great metaphor. Where'd you hear that before? A teacher, or did you come up with that on
I
your
just
own?
came up with that, like on the go.
Wow, that was super impressive. I love that. I'm gonna remember that. It's like an escalator gathering numbers till it gets to the end, so you have to add them together.
Like,
Ooh.
And then
Can you say that?
Wow,
thing
very
one more
visual. I really
time?
like that.
There's some people talking in my room.
Okay, so, whoops, sorry about that. Can you read the next problem? We are on letter
Yes.
B.
B. J is 11 years younger than T.
J is 11 years younger than T. All right. Okay. So we'll draw a line. Here we go. J is 11 years younger than T. What's the first small number?
J is 11 years younger than T.
Yes. What is the first small number of the problem?
11.
11. How did you know that?
Because it's the only number on the problem.
That's a good way to know for this one, huh?
Yes.
It's the only number, so what's the small one? It's
Miss
got to be
Willis?
11.
Yep.
So
Do
J
I
is
go-
11 years younger than T.
Do I
What's
go
the
to
big number?
classwork?
J or T?
T.
How did you know that?
Because because J is 11 years older. Yeah, J is 11 years younger than T, so T would be older. Because younger means smaller and older means higher, so we go with the smallest at the end, and we go with the biggest at the end too.
Nice. That's great. So what's the other letter we need to put into this problem?
J.
Great. J.
But J is one of our small numbers.
Yes.
So then, like I said for the last problem, it's like an excavator going down.
Okay, so what would be the addition fact?
So it would be 11 plus J or equals T. And then it could be J plus 11
Mm-hmm.
equals T.
Yes.
Or it could be like T minus J equals 11. Or J, no, T, I mean T. So erase the J. Oh, there we go. T minus 11 equals J. But we don't know what those letters mean.
Nice job. That's great. Yes, that's all of the facts for that family. Wonderful job.
I was so hoping I would get my math homework before this class.
Okay,
If we
we'll see
finish
if we
homework-
get at the
if
end.
we finish this
Yeah.
early.
That would be nice, huh? Okay, will you read letter C out loud to me?
C. A is 10 feet longer than P.
Okay. A is 10 feet longer than P. So what's the first small number?
You would have 10 at the start because always the first number in the sentence always goes to the start.
Great.
So if it says like A is 10 feet longer than P, A would be at the end because longer means higher. And then A would equal P would be lower than A because A is taller than P.
So is A the big or small number in this problem?
Big,
And is 10 a big or small number?
small,
What about P?
small.
Great. So what's the first addition factor?
It would be like 10 plus P equals A.
Great.
And like since this like would keep repeating, we would do like A minus P would equal A.
A minus P would equal
10. I mean,
10. And why would the A minus P equal 10? Why did I change that what you said?
because I messed up.
Because A minus P would still just, it wouldn't equal P, right? Because we're subtracting the P.
Yeah.
Was it just a word?
And then and then it would be like A minus 10 equals P. So it would just keep going.
Mm-hmm.
So this one's a little different than the different one than the other one.
Great job, Luke. I think we only have 2 more. Okay, so can you read letter D out loud to me?
D. G is 103 pounds heavier than T.
What?
Are you still talking to us, Rose?
No.
What else did you know?
G is 103 pounds heavier than T. Okay. So what's the first small number?
G is 103
Miss
pounds
Willis?
heavier. So that would
I'm gonna go
equal.
back to
Well, what's the
class.
first small number
I
in
only
this problem?
I only see Discovery Days water testing.
So 3G equals 103 pounds. So it would be G. So the 100. Sorry, I'm getting caught up on my.
Oh, you're okay. Is 100, what is the first small number?
103 goes at the start and
Mhm.
G goes at the end.
Oh, and
We
G
have
goes at the
plenty-
end?
Yeah, from what we
People
know.
who can walk down
You're correct.
Because
classroom,
heavier is
but
taller.
you can visit
so.
if you want,
Yes.
but I'd like to go to your classroom.
Okay. Can you give me just one fact, subtraction, or addition for this problem?
What again?
Can you just give me, oh, you're okay. Can you just give me
Okay,
one
when
fact,
should I do
addition, or
it?
subtraction for this problem?
Yeah, 103 plus T equals. Is that a 5?
That's a G, I'm sorry. There
Oh.
we go.
G.
But if it
Sorry,
was a
looks
5,
little weird.
that would change your whole
Mr.
problem, huh?
Cohen,
So then we'd have 2 numbers. But it wouldn't be the big number. 103 is bigger
I'm
than 5.
going to-
So if this was 5, let's just say, this wouldn't work, right? You can't do 5. You could do 5 minus 103, but you'd be in the negatives. The big number would now be
Miss Willis told
103, because it's
Mhm.
bigger.
me that I could go with her.
Now you can actually solve the problem.
Go to her classroom in a couple minutes.
Okay. Looks like this is the last one for this part. Can you read E to me? Can you read problem E to me?
Uh-huh.
K is 42 feet shorter than C.
It is, I think, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure about today. I can go over it with them. I got it. Yeah. Well, he had his
Okay.
headphones in though, so I couldn't hear what was happening. I
Are
don't
you
know
ready?
what you guys were talking about.
K is 42 feet shorter than C. What is a small number for this problem?
K is 42 feet shorter than C.
Yes.
So 42 would be at the start, but K would be a small number this time, and C would be the big number.
Ooh, how did you know that so
Because
fast?
shorter means like bottom, like smaller. So K is like on the escalators, trying to make it to the big.
Ah, I love your analogy for that. So can you give me one fact, either addition or subtraction for this family?
Yeah. So 42 plus C, no, it's plus K equals C.
Great job. Awesome. Okay. So Luke, we're gonna skip ahead to one more family
Okay.
lesson.
Yep.
So I wanted to do 2 family lessons in a row. So we stuck on something. So can you open your textbook? So that's behind the blue part. To lesson 10. Oh wait, a lesson 8. Let's see. Lesson 8, part 1. Yep, lesson 8, part 1.
You get time?
So here we go. Are you ready? This one's a little bit shorter than the last one, just so you know. And then we're gonna do a little worksheet, and then we could probably work on your homework. Does that sound good?
Okay, but I'm gonna have to go to Mrs. Sepnan's class to get it.
Okay, we'll figure it out. Okay, can you read part A for me?
Part A. Tim was 12 inches shorter than Dan.
You can just press.
Tim was 12 inches shorter than Dan.
Now,
I want to have the Mayans on.
huh?
Okay.
I want to have
Woo.
the Mayans.
Alright, we're gonna get
These
some-
sentences compare. These sentences compare. The numbers tell how much more or less. You're going to write an addition number family for each sentence.
Let's go back
Each
to
family will
what
have a
we're
number
doing.
and 2 letters. So that's kind of what we've been doing, correct?
Yep.
Number and 2 letters. The letters that that are underlined are the letters you'll put in the family.
So technically T and D. So
Okay, so in your sentence, which ones would you say T and D are underlined?
yeah.
Okay, so we know T and D is going to be in there. And what's the number that's going to be in there?
Would be 12.
Awesome.
If
Okay,
I saw it right.
you're right. So what's the first small number in this problem?
So T. So T was 12 inches shorter than Dan.
12
Inches.
T
Yeah.
and Dan.
D.
So Tim was 12 inches shorter
Than
than
Dan.
Dan.
And we don't know how short he was. So what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna do D minus 12 equals T.
Wow, that was great. D minus 12 equals T. So if we did know what T equaled or D equaled, or just one of those numbers, we could find out how tall one of them was, right? Let's pretend like we did know. Let's just say that we knew that D was
And talk about whether or not
24 or something.
Why is it called immigration?
Now, how would you be able to find T?
I think it's a creek
Yes, Tim.
that runs along
How would you
the
do that?
lines lead down to Salt Lake, but in the morning
T would be
we
here.
put
So
the
what we
neighbors
would
on
do
the
is
list
we'll
in.
go like
I think that's how they found
24
Salt Lake
minus
Salt
12
Lake Creek.
equals
T.
Because
And that would be
immigration
12
was
actually.
like-
24 minus 12 is 12. So you can figure it out if there's 2 numbers, which you're
Yes.
used to doing. It's a little different when
so
there's 2
12
letters.
plus 12 equals 24.
Yes, you are correct. Okay, can you read the next letter to me?
Alright,
That would be a
Mr.
good
King
place to find
was
the
13 years older than
Yeah,
Mr.
like
Brown.
archaeological digging stuff.
Yeah. Maybe if we
Mr.
took
Brown?
a field trip to Salt
Okay.
Lake, we could ask if we can see if we can find any pioneer.
Okay, Mr. King was 13 years older than Mr. Brown. What are the letters that are underlined?
The hammer or
Uh,
tools they use.
K and B.
And what's the small number for this problem?
Maybe you can have like
13.
old ruins.
Great, so where does the small number go?
So 13 would go here,
Use tanks.
and K would go here. And so King and Brown would go there.
How did you know that?
Right, I guess I couldn't move this house. But when I live somewhere.
How did you know?
Because it says King was 13 years older. Older means higher.
Nice, great. He has to be the bigger number if he's older.
Yeah, so this one's kind of like an escalator
So
going
let's
up
look at lower immigration
and
change.
down. So
Lower
Ooh,
immigration
so how would
change.
you find it out? What's a problem you could do? If you had 2 numbers.
So- let's say 13's at the bottom,
Where's
Mm-hmm.
ready to get on.
Lower
And
immigration group.
Brown,
all of them?
Mr. Brown
That's
is at the
awful.
middle,
Not
and
safe
Mr.
to do.
13
So let's
has
do
to
that
make it
for
up
this.
to Brown to make it up to King to meet up with his friends.
Wow, that's lovely. I love it. And if these were numbers, you could do K minus 13 equals B,
Yeah.
So here, instead of
or
results.
K minus B equals 13, or 13 plus B
type in
equals K,
lower immigration
Yeah.
group.
or B plus 13 equals K. And if they were numbers, you actually know what they meant.
Come on,
But in this case,
stop,
we're just creating some equations. K. Will you read letter C to me?
Press that sheet.
letter C. Sure. Annie weighed 34 pounds less than Bob.
Okay. What's the small number? First, what's just the small number in this
Okay. there you go.
equation?
So Anne,
Wait, but 1 second. I want you to answer the actual specific question, right? What's the small number?
34.
Great, 34.
And then Anne would be
Lower immigration.
here, and Bob would be here.
Correct. How did you know that?
Because less means like shorter.
Mhm, smaller.
So smaller. So like on a scale, let's draw some weight bars up here. And Anne can't reach the 8 bars because she's 34 lbs less than Bob.
Mhm.
And Bob,
Is the big number.
yeah, is a
34
big number.
bigger.
He can reach up there
Mhm.
and do some pull-ups.
Oh. Do you know what LB stands for?
Those are pounds. So
Yeah, pounds. I was just
not
wondering.
technically length,
Mhm.
but like heavier. So Anne is skinnier than Bob.
Yeah, she's
So
smaller.
Bob kind of needs to work out.
Oh, Bob. Okay, what is letter D?
The snake was 36 inches longer than the worm.
Ugh, snakes. Not my favorite. You like snakes?
Lower
I've been over in
immigration.
Australia with poisonous snakes.
Oh my goodness, you must be brave. Do you know what IN stands for?
Inches.
Great. What's the small
You guys are
number in
so
this problem?
36.
Great. What are the 2 other letters we're going to be working with?
S would be at the start and W would be at the end. So S of the snake
Is where?
and S of the snake
So the big number?
and W of the worm.
I need to use my voice typing loop
Great. You're right. Okay, we'll be quiet while you use the voice type.
thing. Creek has a lot of coliform in it, so it's not a to drink. Period. Done.
Thank you.
Thanks for being polite. We appreciate it. Okay.
This is for you, Karsten.
So now that we have finished these, I'm going to put this aside for a second,
What
Luke.
is
Oh,
that?
shoot. Yeah. From Karsten?
Okay.
One word.
For sentence A,
Right.
oh, here we go.
It was, I was supposed to do the paper right now, I forgot.
For each sentence, you'll write a family with 2 numbers and a letter. Write part 1 on your lined paper. So we got to get to you. Well, we'll just do it together here.
Yeah,
Is that okay?
yeah.
Okay.
All right, Karsten, you do it.
So-
Sit down.
For sentence A, we're going to write the number as the first small number in the family, then put the letters in the family. Put your pencil down when the family has a number and 2 letters. Okay.
To my book.
Is there a hole in my mask?
No, you're good.
Hey, Karsten,
Because
I'm
I
gonna
just
quiet
ripped out
while
a
you
huge
do
string
this,
out of
okay?
it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh. Nope, you're okay. Sorry, it looks like we're. Ah.
So after this, we're gonna do the homework.
We have 1 small paper to do, and then we'll work on your homework.
Okay.
Oh, this is the part you already did. You already went through all of this.
Yay.
Okay. How are you feeling about number families?
Great. I feel like very excited and I love it.
Oh, well, that's great. Feeling super confident.
Super duper confident.
Okay. So, this is a number families worksheet. And I'm going to have you complete this part on your own. And then we'll go over it together after, okay?
Yeah.
So, if you can put your name and date at the top of this.
Okay.
I'll kind of walk through the first one with you a little bit, and then I'm going to let you do the rest, okay? And then the date is the 23rd, September 23rd. Okay. Have you ever seen these ones before?
Yes.
You have. These are a little bit different, right?
Mhm.
These ones have
So-
all the numbers, but they're a little bit
The
different.
big numbers at the top. The small numbers are at the bottom, right?
Wow. Yes. I was gonna explain that to you, but can you write 4 families for that number? For that.
So then 9, 8. Done.
Great job. Keep going. Those are all correct. So which do you start the big or small number to subtract?
9, 9,
Great job.
4, 5, 5, 4, 10, 2, 2,
Hey, wait a minute, you said for 10 minutes. It's not 10 minutes, Emma.
12,
3 minutes. Finish that
12,
page, Karsten.
2, 10,
What?
You said for 10 minutes, it should be 3 minutes.
12.
Yeah. Push stop. Thanks.
Let me finish this.
Safe word.
12 minus what equals 2? Great job.
9, 5, 4, 4, 5, 5, 4, 9, 9, 5, no 4,
Mm-hmm.
5.
Great job.
Then 12, 12, 1, 11, 1, 11, 11, 1, 12, 12, 11, 1. Done.
Great job. I like the way you figured out a pattern. You knew the top number would be equaled for the addition, and then it would start at the beginning for the subtraction.
I know my score.
100%. Nice. Yeah, I watched you as you went. You did get 100%. You did great.
Yay.
Great job. Okay. Do you want to pull out that homework you have?
Yeah.
You check it
I
out?
have to go to Mrs. Seppen's class.
Oh, okay.
Really quickly. Grab it.
Sounds good.
Just need to get all my shoes. Sorry, I'm not used to having my shoes on all the time. I'm more of a barefoot person. Alright.
Okay.
I'll be right back. She has a class right now.
Okay. We can keep working on some workbook stuff then.
Sure. don't want to bombard you during class.
Yeah, that makes sense. Thanks for being respectful. That was a good idea. Well, let's just do this part then, because this has to do with what we've been doing anyway, and this is kind of a fun one.
Okay.
Do you see part 3 right there?
Yeah.
Okay.
And can we take a tiny mass break?
Yes. After that, we'll take a small math break. Okay. Can you read that problem to me? Well, we're doing this one actually.
Oh.
Yeah, I was just gonna skip to the one we were working on to finish this off, and then we can go back. So 15 and F is to K.
Yeah. And K equals 138.
Okay, so hold on one sec before we get going too fast. K equals 138. So is K a small or the big number in this problem?
Big.
Big, you're right. So I'm going to cross off the K
Mhm.
and write 138. Wow, now we have 2 numbers. So can we actually solve this?
Yes.
Yes. How are we going to solve this?
15 minus 38.
Well, let's think about this. So we know we have to start with the big number for subtraction, right?
Mhm.
So what is the big number? Hold on, Luke, one sec, because you're getting ahead of yourself a little bit.
138.
Yeah, so we're actually going to subtract from, that one's going to be the first one we subtract. What are we going to subtract?
138 minus 15.
There we go. Because what you said was 15 minus 138, but that would make it into the negative, right?
So 5 minus 8.
Okay, pause.
3.
Great.
Let's go
And
back to
then
science. Go back to
1
the
minus
science.
3.
Or 3 minus 1, right?
3 minus 1 equals 2. So 23. 123.
Great. So one thing I do want to go over, because we're skipping it a little bit,
Yeah.
is that when we start, if we do subtraction, it has to start with a big number, right?
Alright,
if it
now we're in
doesn't,
campus
It throws the whole
screening.
problem off, because 15
Yes.
minus 138 is a way different number. That's incorrect. Because now we can put it into the problem and it will make sense.
Stream.
Yeah, but
123, our new answer.
all the
So
nitrates
123 is F, right?
We need to get one more.
Plus 15, I'm just checking our answer.
Yeah.
What's 3 plus 5?
3 plus 5 equals 2.
Try one more time.
3 plus 5.
I'm gonna come up with a third thing to say about that.
You can count on your hands if you'd like.
Equals 8.
So let's look at this. Is there anything
2
unusual
plus
about
1?
integration for each
3.
number?
0 plus 1. 138.
So, is it true?
Yes.
It's true. 15 plus 123 is 138. That's how we know. So in this problem, you can write F equals,
Oh, it's good.
F equals, which one did F equal?
F
Okay,
equals
go ahead and click on your slide. and add that
1.
information.
What's ammonia?
138.
That's what K equals. But what does F equal? We figured it out by subtracting 138
To
and 15.
123.
Yeah, 123. Let's do another problem.
Mhm.
It gets a little confusing when you add in some
Yes.
stuff, huh?
Resolve box
Yes.
74.
Okay, looks like they give you 40
Whoa, it's the
7.
highest, huh?
and an M and a J. What are they saying that M equals
Go ahead and add that to your
47.
slide back here.
in this problem right here? M equals what?
M equals 82.
They dissolve oxygen
80.
numbers
2. So I'm going to cross off
are
M right here.
very unusual
Yeah.
because
82.
they're higher than the rest.
Okay, so how are we going to figure this out? We have 2 numbers, so we know we actually can figure it out.
Yes.
What are we going to do?
82
Okay,
minus.
now do this, what we're gonna do. So double click on this slide. Do 2 fingers. and then
No,
double
plus.
click on it, and then double click.
47
No.
equals.
Great
Oh,
job.
there you-
So we're going to add these 2 together because J is the big number.
I know what it equals.
What does it equal?
120.
And then double click on
9.
that.
Whoa, that was fast math. How do you know that?
Because
You just add that in your head so fast?
so 4 plus 8 equals 12,
Mhm.
which would equal 120. 120, and then 7 plus 2 equals.
So double click on this, there we go, see? Double click and then hit the duplicate slide. Boom, now you just change
9.
this.
Yep.
Instead of being lower
Great job
integration
breaking that down.
into your
There we go.
campus
So Luke, in
screening.
this problem, they gave us 2 small numbers so we could find the big number. In the last problem, they gave us a big number so we could find a small number. I know that, so let's write this answer down. So the answer was,
Do one slide, take a break.
we were looking for J. What did a
Take
J end up
this slide
equaling?
and get three
J
factors,
equals
okay?
129.
Great. I want to come up with one more problem. There's not one on the page, but let's do one more for the subtraction. Just one more. Is that okay? Okay. I'm gonna take your small math break. Okay. Let's do.
Campus stream.
Okay. Let's try this one.
108.
Hold on one sec. So we have 18 m, and we have k equals 140. So let's
Yeah.
cross out k. The total of this thing is going to be 140. So we have a big number. But what are we missing? A small or a big number?
Small.
Yeah, we're missing small. So how do we find a small number? Do we add or subtract to find a small? Okay. So what should we start with?
18 minus 4. 140. Wait, 140 minus 18.
Nice catch. How did you know that?
Because then it would be a little weird if it was 18 minus 140.
That's true. You
So
always
then-
start with the biggest number when you subtract.
So then
Okay. So now
8 minus 10.
10 minus 8, right?
10 minus 8
10
would
minus
equal
8.
2. And then 1 minus 3.
We always start with the top number when we say it. So 3
3
minus
minus 1 equals 2. And 1. 122. Kangaroo 22.
Great job. 122. M equals 122. And we can even check it. 122 plus 18
122 plus 18.
is 140.
140.
Equals K. Great. Let's do these two problems really fast because they're subtractions. Cool. We'll do those. Math break cleanup. Sound good?
Yeah.
Okay, what is that first problem?
Okay.
Look, this one you just changed.
340 minus 215.
Instead of lower immigration fee, there's a lot of color forms, so it's not okay.
I'm going to copy what you're doing.
Change it to campus stream. Right?
Great. Great. So you knew you were taking all the top numbers and subtracting the bottom.
campus
So what did you get?
stream.
A bunch of numbers.
What's your answer?
125.
Great job.
Minus 3 from 10. Plus 1 equals 8.
Mm-hmm.
Then 9 minus 5.
Break.
Now do another one. What about the second bubble? Do we need to fix it that? Can that stay the same? Was the phosphate 2?
4.
Mm-hmm.
And then 2 minus 5 equals 3.
You
So
mean
300
5 minus 2, right?
Yeah.
5
384 equal. Wait.
That's what I got too.
Plus 384. Yeah.
Great job. So
Yay.
just when you're subtracting numbers, you always say the top numbers first, right?
Alright, and now find,
So if you said,
change your third
if you had this number 140 minus 120,
Yeah.
and you said 0 minus 0 is 0, and you said 2 minus 4, that would be incorrect because it's actually 4 minus 2.
Yeah.
2 minus 4 is a negative 2. So that makes the whole problem incorrect, right?
Yeah.
But 4 minus 2 is 2. So that's why it's really important to say the top number first. Just in case you're saying it and somebody else is doing it,
Yeah.
you have to say it the correct way.
Yeah.
Alright. You can step out and take a small math break.
I'll pause it.
Hey, I just talked to
Okay.
Miss Phillips though. She said you're not doing
What'd you say?
you're not
We could
turning
do
it
3
in
more?
for her.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Let's do 385 minus.
Oh, the video's
Okay,
not on.
so
Oh, it is.
Make sure you
Hey,
share
you
it with
can
her.
say hey if you
Let
want.
her know.
You want to say hey?
She knows
Yeah.
what you're
Hi.
doing.
385 minus 412.
Yeah.
So we always start with the ones. What is 5 minus 2?
Hey Daniel, but right, April's right. Right now I'm working with her, okay?
35
So
Like
5.
5 minus 2
Okay,
Yeah.
well done.
equals 3.
April,
Then we're
I
gonna go
left
to the
you some
tens place.
in your backpack. in
8
the
minus
fun
1.
time.
8 minus
folder.
1
I left you
equals
some math stuff
7.
to work on.
And 3
So the
minus
next time I
4.
remember to do
Oh,
this,
do you see what I did here?
Alright, how's everything else
How did I
going?
trick you?
Good.
Oh!
So I just wanted to show you why it's important to
have
have
your
the bigger
glasses
number
in.
on the
Yes,
top,
yes.
and also why the big number
Yeah, have you been joining
is
all
the
of
one
them?
that you subtract from. Because if you do 3 minus 4, now you have a negative 1. This whole problem is thrown off. We wanted a
Yes.
positive.
But
You
we
know,
don't
there's
know
no
how to get
school
to the
Friday,
unless we add
but
100.
tomorrow's the last day.
So when you
of the week.
subtract, you always put the big number.
Yeah.
Where?
Almost done
You always put
On
the
the
with one
big
week.
number at the end,
On the top or the
on
bottom?
the top.
On the top. So let's try this.
And it sounds like from your mom's email, we're not sure.
There's a big
yet
number
when
on the
you're
top.
back in school, is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So for the ones place,
Are you
2
back-
minus
will
5.
be
Can you do
maybe
that?
next week, or we don't know yet?
No.
Why not?
So you take away one from 4, and then
You take away 1 from.
1 from 1.
Yeah.
And then 12.
Yeah.
So 5 equals
That's true.
5 minus 12 equals 7.
But what do you say
Yeah,
though?
so they
12
do a
minus
clean
12
5.
minus 5 equals 7.
Yeah, because if you say
I
5
don't
minus
know
12,
how often.
back in the negatives, right?
And then
Gotcha.
take
I
away
thought that
1
might be
from
reason
4
why.
equals 3. And then put 1 right next to 0 equals 10.
Well, you look
Mhm.
great
10
in the work
minus
today.
8 would
Great.
equal 4.
Try one more time.
10
10 minus 8.
Minus 8
So,
would equal
why don't
2.
you do this? How about this?
Great.
Share with me what you've been doing from this class. How about the
3 minus
vocab-
3.
The vocab
3
two, did
minus
you work on
3
that?
equals 6. No.
3 plus 3
0.
does. 3 minus 3 equals 0. Yep.
Okay.
Funny, huh? So it really does matter. Because if you say 5 minus 2 instead of 2 minus 5, if somebody's doing it,
I'll go in, let me
Oh my
go in and
goodness.
I'll see if she's
You wouldn't be
got any
borrowing
grades for you, okay?
the whole number would get a little
We
messed up.
can take a look and see what's missing.
Just do one more. And we'll spray.
Yeah.
410 minus 287. We already did 410, I think. Okay, 430. Which number's on the top? The bigger or the small number?
Big.
Big. So this is going to actually work, huh?
Yes.
So let's start with the ones place,
So then we take away 1 from 3,
which makes it what?
which makes it 10. No, 2.
Mm-hmm.
Then it makes it 10 on the other side. 10 plus 7.
Are we adding or subtracting?
I think we're subtracting.
Mm-hmm. So 10 minus 7, right?
So 10 minus 7
I'm seeing here, it says vocabulary list quiz 1.
would equal 3.
Great. Now for the tens
And
place, we have 2 minus 8 right now. So
Yeah,
do that.
No, we can't. So we take away 1 from 4.
Right.
We
You
get
still have that in
12.
your backpack, right?
12 plus 8 equals
But we're not adding,
12
right?
minus
We'll
8
check next time
Yep.
we work together, okay?
equals.
Alright.
Take
Well,
away
thanks for reminding me about our meeting. This period's gonna be over real soon, so I'm gonna have to get going. But I
8.
will remember tomorrow.
2 equals 4.
Great.
So then
Alright,
we
have a great day. Say hi to Daniel.
then we minus
Say hi
3
hi to Johnny.
minus 2
Mhm.
equals 1.
Okay, bye-bye.
Nice job. Awesome. So, remember, big number on the top, big number from the families. You start there and then you subtract, right?
Yep.
Awesome. Okay, we can spray and clean up. Nice job today.
And
Oh, go ahead.